Kate. How are you doing? Long time no see.
Hi, Dean. I'm doing all right. How are you doing today?
Good. It's cold and wet here in Cape Town, but we're ready for summer now.
Yep. Well, we're actually looking forward to have winter here.
Yeah, I'm
Amazing.
sure. Right. So today we are talking about the new release of Daminion 8.4. Very exciting. Lots of improvements in terms of the infrastructure and what goes on behind the scenes with Dominion. So let me just share my slides over here, and we can go through it systematically. And you are going to show us all the new features and the enhancements that the guys have done on the web interface. Before we continue, though, I just want to invite everybody that's watching. Please feel free to ask questions, leave comments. As we go along, we will pause. We will answer any of your questions. And if we can't answer them, we will refer you to somebody who can. Right.
That's
So.
exactly what we can do.
Right, so let's get started. So the first first major improvement, as I mentioned earlier, is this upgrade to a multi-threaded 64-bit media processor. So what this does is it leads to a lot of improved performance and stability. And I mean, I've been using it for just over a month now, and it's solid. It really feels solid. The searches work, wow, like that. There's no more waiting, and you can see it's just a more responsive server and a more how can I say, a more reactive interface that you have to work with. This also makes the importing process a whole lot quicker. Files are imported. In the past, with the previous architecture, Dominion used to crunch as it imports the files. It used to crunch and get the metadata. While all of this now happens with this multi-threaded queue in the background. So your files import quickly, and then in the background, Dominion starts sorting them out and getting all the metadata. So it's just a whole new workflow and a new way that the server is built. I want to say good job to the guys who did it. They did a very good job. It's I'm very happy using it. So
Yeah, Dean, by
another
the way, do you know that it's really speed up the process of importing files up to 5 times? Like, can you imagine that? Because I have
yeah.
received already feedback from our existing clients who upgraded to Dominion 8.4, and they're like, super impressed what with the guys
Yeah.
did.
Another upgrade. We always used to work on a thumbnail cache that was a certain size, and you guys have rewritten the software now to create that entire static thumbnail cache. So when you import your files, immediately those files will be available to the web client once those thumbnails have been created, which makes the web client more responsive as well. So you're not sitting there scrolling and waiting for your assets to load, and then another page and waiting for your assets to load. This preview generator, it happens post import, like we said earlier. So it just makes the whole process run very smoothly. I mean, I can talk about, I'm so happy about the improvements. I can just go on and about it for days. But suffice to say, try it out for yourself. Upgrade your server if you're an existing Dominion client, or ask for a trial and test it out and see how it works for you. There's a lot of improvements under the hood. In terms of the updater service that it uses as well. There's an updating service now that actively monitors your catalog for missing thumbnails, and it keeps that whole thumbnail cache that it creates in sync with your catalog. And there's also been some improvements with the metadata reader. They've upgraded the interface to EXIF Tool 12, I believe. Yes, EXIF Tool 12, and that is, it's leaps and bounds ahead of the previous versions.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah. Right. So this, in the web client, we always had the ability to create favorites. There was a little heart icon on the thumbnails, and you could favorite your assets via that workflow. But now there's a new feature called favorite lists that I think you want to tell us a little bit more about, Kate. So I'm going to share your screen, and if you could take us through that process.
Yep, absolutely. We used to have just a single light box, or let's say favorite list. I have it as a favorites with 5 images associated with this light box, and now we can create even more. I have already created a few more for this webinar, and now I can simply select the files that I'm going to add to this favorite list. And if we go to the menu for these files, I'm going to add all of them to my list. Actually, not all of them, just 2 of them. Let me select Dominion Marketing for these files, and and now I'm going to get to my favorites. This is the favorites named Dominion Marketing, and this is another one that was created before. That's how it works. Dean?
Cool. Yeah, so it's basically like sets of favorites. You're not confined anymore to one collection of favorite. Now you can create, and this is very handy. For example, if you're searching, say you've got a brief where you've got to find 3 or 4 different types of files, you can set up those lists, and as you are searching and seeing the results, you can add them to individual lists, and then afterwards you've got this whole set of collections. It's very, very handy indeed.
Yeah, definitely. I believe it will be super useful for creative and marketing teams.
Yeah, especially. Yeah. So some of the branding improvements that the guys have done in the web client, you could also show to us. There is some theme customizations and interface matching, and then also theme selections. Let me pop you on again, and if you could show us that.
Yep. Talking about customization of the web interface, we are on the way to create a brand portal, and right now you're able to apply all your corporate colors according to your corporate brand book to the Dominion interface as well. Talking about colors, you can select any accent colors for the light or dark theme right here, and when we are selecting the color to do so, we have really great variety of them, and you can, I don't know, select the best ones that you like and simply press save, and it will be automatically right here. Like you can see that all symbols have been changed, and now once I'm going to select the files from my catalog, they will be also selected and highlighted with the new color. Talking about the logo, it is a little bit different right here on the screen, but it is really a slight difference. How do you like new interface, Dean?
I love it. I love it. It's very slick. We got so used to the branding and the colors on the previous one. When I see the new one, I'm like, wow. I love being able to customize things. Do you want to touch on Katie's question here quickly? She asked if the favorites is only available on the web client or on the desktop client as well. The favorite lists.
That's a good one. I haven't tried it on desktop yet, So let me quickly
Neither, I have
check.
to confess, neither have
And I
I.
will get back with the answer a little bit later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these customizations are great because, sometimes we have a branding identity or the company is known for its colors and its features very prime, front and center in the company's brand identity. It only makes sense if you're going to be distributing files via your Dominion desktop client that you also apply these customizations to your interface that you're presenting your digital assets on. Makes a whole lot of sense. Right. Let's see what we have next. Right. So this is these Apple Mac files. They're in a league of their own. At least now we support both Keynote, which is like the PowerPoint version, if you're thinking in terms of Microsoft applications, and Pages would be like your Word files. Right. So sorry, let's just get this. Does or will Dominion support all documents formats like Illustrator and InDesign? It already does.
Let me show you the. Okay, well, I'm going to select a few media file formats right here just to show you how it looks like. Well, Adobe Illustrator and Adobe InDesign. We also just one moment, it will be right here on the screen. Here it is. We have thumbnails for all of them.
Right.
I believe it covers the question.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, you're very welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
To return to the, I mean, it's self-explanatory. I'm not exactly sure. You've just showed the integration with. Do you have a Pages file or something, for example, that you want to show us? What the interface looks like?
Unfortunately, not today. No, because I'm actually Windows-based user. I can show you some PowerPoint presentation only.
Yeah, no, we are Windows users. So. But interesting. At least we know it's there. At least we know it's there. So in terms of the minor improvements, these are a lot of optimizations. I thought we would just touch base on them. In terms of the server startup, that's been optimized. So the server starts up a whole lot quicker if you have to restart your server or stop and start it again for some kind of update. That happens much quicker. There is some optimizations in the watermark settings. We'll get going to show us that in a second. And then there's also interface tooltips and guidance as you're using the web client. And then also there's some updated settings on the Windows interface. Do you want to show us that that watermarking feature?
Yeah, absolutely. If we go to settings right now, and if we select export preset, the one that I called with watermark, right here you can see a watermark. And well, I used to select a specific location on the file where I would like to place this specific watermark. Right now, I can simply ask Dominion to tile it and save. If I need, I can scale the watermark or leave it as it is. As a result, you can see the file on Dean's screen. Dean, could you please share your screen? This one, the second one, was created with Dominion tile export.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, so basically just tiles the whole thing. I personally I like using watermarks, especially when I'm sending files to some of our clients. They also quote with our competition, so we know that they're going to be sharing our media assets with our competition. So I want to make sure that I leave my stamp front and center on the assets that we share. And
Yep.
in terms of the guidance, the tooltips.
Well, I'm not sure that there is something to show you. It is like really intuitive and quite straightforward.
Right, right.
Talking
Isn't it? If
about
you where do you
like
activate
the
and
guidance
deactivate
themselves.
this guidance? It's on the settings panel. I think there is some option where you can activate
Oh,
and deactivate the guidance, right?
okay. Well, not sure.
Uh, my goodness, we haven't even used this for, for 5 minutes, and we're already showing everybody. Any guys,
Interesting.
yeah. Well, I mean, it, interesting. Yeah. So I think let's move on to the next item on our breakdown here. So the auto import folder can now be copied. Users can now copy the entire folder with added benefit of files from these folders being automatically imported into the catalog via the auto import folder. And then the installation, you'll notice Dominion always used to be installed into the program files directory. That has changed now with the 64-bit installation. Dominion is installed into the app data folder, and this gives you access to a lot of files that Dominion needs to use during its installation. So you don't need to install it as an admin, because you used to have to go through this whole saga of assigning permissions and then making sure that the service is ran as this role and the service is run as that role. So um, this new installation location makes all of those issues a thing of the past. So very, very handy indeed. Let me just quickly check here. Is
You
the
know,
web
Dean, what? It is really good to be in the part of sales and marketing team, because I have I haven't tried to do so, and I always have a team from our company, and they can definitely assist doing that.
Yeah,
But it was really interesting to know.
yeah. Marek asked if the web UI is optimized also for mobile devices. It's definitely responsive. So the UI will adjust itself according to the size of the device that you are viewing it on in the web interface. In terms of a native mobile app, I'm not too sure if there's anything like that on the roadmap, purely because the web interface already exists. So I think the developers have focused a lot of resources and attention on getting the web application off the ground. So as far, I haven't seen anything on the roadmap, with regards to a mobile app for Android or iOS. But like I
Actually,
said, you
I
can see
have.
you
Well, we
have.
have it. Yes, we have it in our
No,
roadmap. Yeah.
I missed this.
Yeah, maybe like it was the updated one, but we cannot
Okay.
promise that it will appear really soon. Maybe some release that will be like in the end of next year. So it is really
Nice.
not the closest one.
Nice. So there you go, Marek. It is on the roadmap in the coming future. So the map features, there's a significant increase in the loading speed when you are dealing with a lot of points. And for example, my map is almost like 80% of my files are pinned in one city. So whenever I open my map on that city, it groans and it crunches. So that has actually been significantly improved. And then also there used to be a bug where the show all items at this location command failed to display the result. That's been fixed. Interface elements, you'll see a series of minor enhancements that contributes to an even more enriched user experience and improved usability of the web interface. And then the catalog logo visibility. So the catalog logo is now consistently visible even when the filter panel is open, ensuring continuous and uniform branding. And then folder selection in full screen. So a new button has been added for folder selection in the full screen mode that enables users to view other files within the same folder. Do you want to give us a demo of what that looks like?
Oh, okay. Actually, I haven't prepared for this one, but I can definitely show you. If I go to properties for any files right here, and okay, it should be it
Are you
should be
showing your
somewhere
folder?
between my eyes.
You're
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
I'm dropping this on you right in the middle of the. Are you displaying the folder name in your
yep.
properties?
I believe so. Let me double check it. Okay. Well, it seems I remove it. Sorry about that.
No, I thought as much. You know, when I didn't see the folder, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it was just right there a few hours before, but now it is disappeared. Okay. Well, it seems that the stream is taking most of the processor
Most of
of
the
my
bandwidth. Yeah.
laptop. Yeah.
Do you want to
And
hit refresh on the hit refresh on the page? I think
yeah. While we are waiting for my web browser to respond, I have access on the desktop version. Right now, unfortunately, not yet, but well, in the way how it is on our web version, so the basically lightbox is available for only. Okay, let me give another try. Oh, sorry, not right now.
you're good.
Everything's
There we
frozen.
go. Yeah.
Okay, one was right. Folders, save, finger cross.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
it is about the
I
million. It
these
is
things
just
happen.
about my laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these things happen. Don't stress about it. But what I wanted to touch base on is some of the improvements in the desktop client. There's been a lot of bugs the guys have ironed out. They've fixed a lot of bugs related to tag renaming and merging tags in the right panel. So there's a very smooth tag management that's involved in the when you're editing your tags in the properties panel. And then there's been some improvements with regards to licensing. So users with concurrent licenses can now log in from two different PCs. In the past, when you used to log in, from a different, say for example, you leave your client open at work and you go home and you log in from home, it used to give you a problem with that, but now that's been fixed, so you can log in with the same user account wherever you see your server from. Unfortunately, this this is one of the thing is, now that the guys have discontinued this image search via the internet. Now, it's probably the very week after this new version came out. That's when I went like, oh, I need to look this up. But unfortunately, there's been some changes in the usage of Google API. So the guys have discontinued that option. So the right-click search on the internet, that option is no longer available. And then just a couple of bug fixes that we want to alert you guys to. So on the web client, there was a bug that caused Safari browser to hang when you were downloading or exporting large files. That's been fixed. There's been a bug fix with drag and drop operations in the desktop client. In addition to that, there was a bug that caused the tags panel not to be preserved when the display preset was changed by adding or removing tags. And on the server side, the guys fixed the bug related to the second login attempt failure for users that were using Active Directory groups. So that's more or less it from the 8.4 version. I am very, very, very excited. Like I said, I got my. I'm such a geek because this is the kind of thing that excites me, Kate. You know, I don't get excited with elections and new presidents and this kind of thing. I get excited when there's a new release of the software out. I have no life.
Interesting.
Absolutely no life.
Well, I actually I'm really looking forward to see our next release because it seems to be really promising. Well, yeah, I'm also really excited to have it installed. Maybe in a few months we will have another webinar and tell you a little bit more about it.
Exactly. But this is the thing is, I saw, because I'm picking up on the back channels as the guys were developing the software, and I was following the progress, and it's it's a lot of work that went into upgrading the architecture. A lot of the software had to be rewritten, from scratch to interface with the new architecture. So I'm very, very happy indeed with the work that they've done, and I'm sure that the thanks, Victor. I'm sure that as the versions, as this version 8 matures, we're going to see a lot of improvement. But that's always been the development ethos in Dominion. It's every single release. There's new features, new capabilities, new integrations, new compatibility, and new file formats that are supported. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Me too.
Amazing. Well, Kate, I want to thank you so much for being so generous with your time, for joining me this evening, day, morning, wherever you are viewing us from. And always, if you have any questions for our Dominion team, please feel free to reach out to us. We've got our email addresses and everything on the website, so you can reach out to us, give us your feedback, any comments, if you have any feature requests or anything that you want to share with the development team. You guys are very responsive, and we look forward to hearing your feedback. Drop us, if you liked the new 8.4 upgrade. Let us know. If you hate it, let us know. We want to know your feedback.
Yeah, if you haven't upgraded to the new version, feel free to download the new package on our website. And if any questions occurs, feel free to contact our support team. We are happy to help.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kate. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Dean. You too. Bye now.
All right.